Next Generation Airships is a project we started working on in 2021. For many people, maybe it was somehow unexpected that we launched that project or something. But our partners, those who follow our news, they saw that back in 2021, we made presentations related to that. We looked at the reactions. We made our own decisions for ourselves, whether it suited us or not. Because we have gone through hundreds of projects that were at different stages of readiness and so on. In our opinion, from everything we have done, from everything we have seen, in terms of technology, potential profitability, so that the format of the project suits our audience, the creation of an industry, the creation of airships, the airship industry, is a task that we can do. It is quite ambitious, but also the potential prizes here are quite tangible. I would like to note that despite the fact that we started working out the project starting from 2021, there was a question whether we would take it or not. Was it possible? Well, the second question was that we did not launch the project until we were sure of the financial safety of the previous one. Because we are very clear, we understand it very clearly that projects are still dependent one on the other. And that the success or failure of the SOLARGROUP project will have a direct impact on the future. One could even say that it would impact the crowd investing market in Russia, because we are quite large and we participate in it a lot. And if the first project is successful, then of course it will be much easier to do the second one. However, if we put this project at risk of underfunding, we will essentially put all potential future projects at risk as well. So, in the summer of 2024, I announced the pre-start, the preparation of the project New Generation Airships. We launched it in an emergency mode, so to speak, to test all the interest, how it would work. We made it in the previous back office and we looked at the reactions. The project provoked a lot of interest and reactions. I remember how we were launching the SOLARGROUP project. It was much slower, much harder. And the figures were completely different. Now we have a large audience. We have a lot of people who see that we can achieve results, that we are consistent, stable, that we finish what we set out to do. And that helps us a lot. So in the pre-start phase, which is now underway, a lot has already been done. And first of all, it is the formation of a team, the formation of a team of specialists that had to work together, and it worked well. This is also the structuring of the company. This is the drawing up of a concrete work plan, the organization of the company itself as a project with goals, objectives, with a roadmap. We'll move into phase 1, and phase 0 will end when we have accomplished these tasks. They are gradually being accomplished. Legal structure, everything that goes along, contracts and more. We've done that. Plus, we've done a number of experiments, a number of tests. We compared two projects involuntarily. The project Duyunov Motors, which is already large, stable. It has already left the category of venture capital investment to some extent. We have quite a lot of money coming into the project, which was not the case before. At the same time, the Airships project has been created by the same group of people, the same company that created that project. But it is in the venture stage, which means that investment in it is still much more risky. In fact, we don't have a big enterprise. We don't have anything to show. I understand that it is important for investors. So, the people who are now getting into investing in new generation airships, they are involved in a more risky thing than in SOLARGROUP. So it turns out that our audience has received a unique opportunity from the team that has been on the market for more than 7 years. The team that works steadily. You can invest in both a venture project and a fairly high degree of readiness of a project. At the same time, if you look at this path covered over the years, how many companies appeared on the market, how many unscrupulous people there were. We understand the market of the competition, including various cryptocurrencies. Some of them are growing, some of them have gone bankrupt. And you can see how many people have lost money, how many people have lost their reputation by participating in those projects. So, in my opinion, working with Solar Group, working with us, you get the opportunity to work with a stable company, with a large one, which allows you to enter venture projects. We are planning to move to the first stage of the project, New Generation Airships, in 2025 and start more palpable, large activities, which we will immerse you in as soon as we prepare the projects. That project is at a high stage of readiness, elaboration, specificity, sustainability, and the current stage of the current one. And we should compare the first stages of the SOLARGROUP project and this first stage of the New Generation Airships project, where everything is still much less concrete. But due to that, the investment conditions are different. So, ending my speech, I would like to say that in any case, investment is something that I believe should be done. There are not many offers on the market for ordinary people who can afford to invest. Roughly speaking, there is nowhere to invest $500 in, because usually investment funds don't work with investments below $10,000. It is simply not interesting for them. And we have allowed a large number of ordinary people to choose to vote with their money and get the opportunity to become part of big companies, to make money from it, to feel involved in all of this. One of the greatest values for me is that I have a feeling that I'm following the development of something good, something that I can influence and participate in, something I can create. And so that feeling of constant progress, of development, it is also very valuable. So, colleagues, I hope that next year at the reporting conference will please you again. In my opinion, it is a kind of synergy when projects from different fields appear and many people come to us not looking for investments. They join us when they like a particular technology, like with Dmitry Duyunov. Many people wanted to join due to his development. Same thing with airships. I guess I spoke about that at webinars. About 100,000 or 150,000 people a month in Yandex write that query, airships. Which means that they are 100% people who are interested in the airship technology specifically. I don't think they want to buy a ticket because we barely have any airships in Russia. And then you can multiply by 50. And that is exactly the amount of interest that will attract specifically to the project New Generation Airships. But because the projects are in the same back office, on the same platform, people will see the other project as well, and they will help each other.